Welcome to my Erin Condren warehouse sale unboxing. I'm going to show you a few of the things that I got. I got a huge box, and I'll pop a picture up of how big the box was. You know that you feel a certain way when you get a box from Erin Condren and it's not the decorative box. So I was like, oh man, how ham did I go on this? But I didn't, it wasn't that bad. I got a lot of good deals, and luckily I was able to use one, like a few of my coupons too. So on top of the sale, I got some additional savings. So that was really great. So I'm not too upset about how big the box was because of all the good stuff that's in there. So let me go ahead and get started. So the first things that I got, I love these, they call them Petite Journals for the Petite Planner Folio system. I've noticed recently that there are not a lot of designs on the site. So I always look forward anyway to the EC warehouse sale for these sorts of things that I need several of, or like I like to stock up on stuff that I use all the time. I use these little notebooks for small projects, like if I know I'm going to have meetings and I want to keep everything in the same place for a specific project. I like to just use one of these notebooks and then have everything together so that I can take meeting notes and next steps. This is actually a productivity layout. Like I said, I noticed that there's not a lot of these designs on the site. They have like some Hello Kitty ones and a couple other ones, but I wanted a variety. But this one is a productivity one. So you have like the lines on one side, and then you have the bulleted section on the right of each page, and it kind of changes color with each page. And this is it's like a jewel tone theme with this one. Some of them have like a full-on colorful theme, but I love these. This is from the Green Wedding Shoes line, and I believe she's a photographer who goes by it's a brand called Green Wedding Shoes. So I love these. I got a couple of these. And because, like I said, they didn't have a lot of the notebooks, which I'm used to going to the warehouse sale and getting a lot of those different Petite Journals, I ended up getting one of these Vow Book sets. Actually, I got two of them because I really just wanted the notebooks, and I'm not writing any vows to anybody if I've already gotten married. So, but these are just lined books, and I know that, you know, I'm not going to be writing vows in them, but they're super pretty. Look at that. On the inside, you have a beautiful photo, and these are just lined notebooks, which again I love. So I got that, and then this one is, like I said, it's a vow book. So this is like a memory and moments book, but I'm just going to use this however I want to use it. I'm going to use the boxes for notes or breakout notes. I'm going to use these just like I would any other notebook, and this is another lined one. So I got two sets of those were on super sale. I got these, which are these little bracelets. I think this one came either last year or the year before. I cannot remember. And this was a rose gold gift for the people who are EC insiders who are signed up to get points when you make purchases. And they send you a nice little gift if you reach a certain status by the end of the year. And so it's just let's take it off. I guess it could really be a necklace too, but it's a bracelet. And you just fold it over and just pop it on your wrist. But I really love these. These are so cute, and it says grateful on this one. These ones I got actually not for me, but as gifts. This one says renew, and it's got like a purple theme. And then this one is love, and that one's really cute. I love that. These are nice just to give as gifts when you have somebody who's, and this one says believe, who's graduating, or you want to give congratulations to somebody or a farewell. It's a nice little thing to have around when it's time to give a gift. So those are cool. This I got for my husband because he loves Star Wars, and he has another notebook like this, or a similar notebook, but I noticed recently that he's almost done with that. So I got him that. I also got one of these acrylic stands. You know, I used to have one, but I broke it. So when I saw this on this warehouse sale, I said, okay, I have to get that. And actually, I was noticing earlier that In the box, it says desk calendar with acrylic stand. But because this is a warehouse sale, I would imagine that whatever cards, it says 12 5x7 monthly calendar cards, whatever cards came with this probably would have been outdated. Again, the warehouse sale. So I got 2 of these because, like I said, I broke one before because I was probably like just really rough with it. But these are really cool to have I have my daily duo right here off to the side. I did not get this on the warehouse sale. I just use this all the time. But it's really cool to put your calendar right on there, either, that way, and this is an A5, or you can fold it back like to whatever day you're in, and just put it on there that way. I don't know if you can see that, but it stands up, so you can just have it off to the side and know, okay, this is what's on the docket today, and you can just keep working, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, so you don't have it just like laying out on your desk this way. You can actually have it up right and off to the side, so you can still see what's happening and grab it when you need to write something or cross something off. So I love these, and I actually have a 7x9 book over here. It's actually a checklist, but those fit on there pretty nicely as well. So got 2 of those. Those are just really nice to have. Then I use these A5 notebooks a lot. This one I did not get from the sale, but I'll just show you that I use these a lot just to break out whatever I'm doing within the day or whatever thoughts, I just always have one of these, and they're so compact. I use the 8x11s as well as the 7x9 notebooks, but these, particularly the A5 size, I find just is so useful because you can a lot of times fit it in your bag, or you can it's just easy to carry around and have with you, to carry with your planner if you need to just write out. And I just find that I need to sometimes break things down, write things out. So I got a couple of those notebooks from the sale. Like I said, this one is not the one that I got. This is the one that I was using that I'm running out of space in. So I said, let me grab a couple of those. I don't even know if these were a part of the sale, but because, like I said, I was able to use a few of my coupons, I got it on sale. I gotta use my coupon. But these are just always great to have. So this may not have been a part of the warehouse sale now that I think of it, but it came in my box because I ordered it. So it's a part of my warehouse sale. Okay, so then moving right along here. And so I had recorded this earlier, so some of this stuff is already unboxed. This is the organizer caddy. It's an acrylic organizer caddy, and I use lots of different pens for whatever project that I'm working on. I use a lot of index cards, so whatever pens I'm obsessed with at the moment, I normally keep them in these little trays, right? Like, okay, I'm working with these, let me put all my pens that I'm using for this in this tray, right? But then this is like kind of awkward to carry around, and then everything doesn't fit in there, and I can't fit my index cards and things in there. So this was a really good find, especially on the warehouse sale. I think it was like $7. I cannot remember the price, but this is why I love the warehouse sale, because you can stock up and find little things like this. So I just put all the pens that I'm currently obsessed with and I'm using for a project that I'm doing in here, and that will make it really easy for me to carry it from the living room to my desk to wherever I'm working. So I love that. Then I got these little push pins. These are these little square push pins. They're super cute. There's like a little ball in the middle, and then there's like the acrylic on the outside, which makes it square. So I use these. Obviously, you use push pins. You know what to use push pins for. But I use bulletin boards both at work and at home. So these will definitely come in handy. And I just love cute little stuff like that. And those were super cheap. I think those were like $1 or something like that, maybe $2. One of the best things that Erin Condren makes, in my opinion, is these little snap-in bookmarks. And I went a little crazy on these this time because I'm always looking for these. I'll use like 3 and 4 of them in one book. So if I'm using a notebook and I'm like, oh, I want to remember this page, I want to remember that page. So I kind of went crazy on these. Also, I'll give them away. So like my sister uses the notebooks a lot. So a lot of times when I'm giving gifts, like in Christmas, I'll just make a box and I'll say, like during Christmas time, I'll give things like this away. I'll make a box and I'll say, okay, what are the things that I'm giving away? I'm giving away a notebook, let me give away a few of these too. So like these are really good to have both for myself and for when I'm giving gifts, and I know I have some, I can give some away. So I got a couple of each design that they had, and these happen to have been some of my favorites that they ever made. This was from a few years ago with the floral, I think it was called Flower Power. I don't remember, but these mini snap-in bookmarks are so good. Not only do I use them as bookmarks, but sometimes I'll use the edges to like cut washi. You just press down on the edge and then lift the washi tape up, and it's like perfect. It's a perfect size. So I love these. I got a bunch of these. This is one of the things that I'm always looking for at the warehouse sale. Another thing that I got that I can't remember if it was on sale or not, but I knew I needed, were these checklist journal books. I use these for work. I use them for home, and they're just so beautiful. So like I come from bullet journal land, where we are, notorious for making habit trackers. Well, sometimes, it can be time consuming to sit there and make a bunch of habit trackers. But with a notebook like this, you don't have to worry about making all the lines. You just grab your checklist book and you're good to go. You just write down. I like these specifically because I like to track things for the week. There's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 8 lines here. So that's good for 7 days of the week. And then if you want to do, I like to do the last column will be like the number of times, so that I could quickly like flip through and see like, oh, I did that 4 times this week, or I did that 6 times this week, or I like to do that. So I got a couple of those because I use these a lot, and so this will probably last me for a long time. But picked a couple of those up. And then there is another kind that they have, which is the teacher student checklist. I believe it's called a student checklist. And these are on the site, so you can check it out for yourself. I want to say it's a teacher checklist. This is a 7x9, and this one is a little different, and I'll just bring this back over here so you can see the difference. This is obviously like an A5 size, so this is a little smaller, and this will be, the layout has all of these lines, and then it has 8 across, right? So you could use this for whatever you want to use it for, but I like to use it per week. This, however, has more lines, and I'll use these for things that I'm tracking for the month. So anything that I'm not doing every week, but I'm doing maybe, twice a month or 3 times a month or once a week, I like to see it here, and then I'll just put the dates at the top, because I think there's like 32 across, or maybe there's 31. I can't remember, but then I'll just put whatever the thing is that I'm tracking, and I'll put the dates across the top, and then I can clearly switch back and see. I think I have one set up that I never use, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is an older one that I had. And you'll see my little message to myself. You are what you repeatedly do. What are you? This is, I don't know if this is on the site anymore, but I ordered this probably like a year or so ago. And they had it to where it was blank. And all of Erin Condren's covers are, first of all, interchangeable. And so you can just like pop one off and pop one on. But they also are dry erase marker friendly. So if you have a dry erase marker, you can just write whatever you want on the inside. I rarely ever use that, but this one had a blank canvas on the outside. There's an empty space right there, so I just used whatever. And so that just reminds me, okay, this is actually from a while ago. So this is a really good example of, was this last year? This is a really good example of how I use this, right? Wow, this must have been from last year, because it's not October. It's not October yet. So, yeah, this must have been from 2021. So here's what I'll do, right? I'll put at the top the days of the month, and, the days, the weekdays written out. And then I'll say, okay, this is what I want to do. And then I'll track to see when I actually did it. So with these, I use these dot markers that I like from, what are they, Zig dot markers. Do I have one nearby? and show you. This is not a part of the warehouse sale. Obviously, Erin Condren does not currently make these, but yeah, here it is. This is a clean color dot marker. So what I would do is I'd say, okay, this is how many times I want to do this, or these are the days that I want to do this thing. And then when I actually do it, I'll check mark it. Sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I just check mark as I go just to see how many times I did something. But this is a really good use, and this is only one spread, but you could use this in a number of ways. It is a teacher's checklist, but as you can see, I just covered up that part in the corner where it says student checklist, and I just put whatever it was with the sticker. And yeah, maybe this was an example, I don't remember, but anyway, this is what I like to use it for. This is what I've always used these for, or always, this is what I've used these for in the past. I have a couple of them, so I find these really they come in handy for me. So what I did was I went on ahead and got these from the warehouse sale. Like I said, this one I already had. So I got 2 of these from the warehouse sale. And, you know, I had seen, let me just tell you that, oh, got a couple more of these bookmarks, which I could never have too many of. I had seen that these were on sale, but I don't know if this was actually on sale. I don't know if this one specifically was on sale. I'm only precursoring this because I'm about to show you something that's a special edition. Hopefully, they will actually bring this to the site permanently, what I'm about to show you. This is actually a permanent, I believe, a permanent product on the site. I think that this is a permanent product on the site. And this is the 7x9. Just trying to get this out of the way. This is 7, and this is, yeah, 9. So this is a 7x9 version. And I already knew that. I don't know what I was doing there, but this is the 7x9 version. And this was available last year. I don't know if it was available the year before. I cannot remember. But these checklists typically come in the back of the teacher's planners, right? But this is like just a book by itself with checklists. So I had to jump on that when they came out. And I believe they're going to have this version on the site for years to come. I believe. We just don't know, right? But what I noticed is that they had a special edition version. And the first time I looked, they were out of stock. So I felt like maybe people bought them all. I'm going to just show you this way because I don't think I have the camera in a way where I could show the whole size of it. So I'll show it horizontally. This, as you can see, it's the same book, and I'm going to open it in a second, but it is larger. So this is an 8x11, and it's the same type of checklist book. I got so excited when I saw this. I was so disappointed when I saw that they were out of stock, but a couple of days later I went back, and I don't know what made me look, but they were back in stock. So I got a few of them because I know how useful and handy these come for me. They come in handy for me. So I got a few of them. I hope to goodness that they put these on the site permanently, because that would just make my life better. I'll just say that. Erin Condren, if you're listening, you know, Erin Condren, the company, if you're listening, please keep these on the site. These are the 8x11 teacher checklists. And I'm not a teacher, but I will get so much use out of this, and this will improve my life. So if you could just listen to me, put this on the site permanently, and I promise you, I will buy at least 2 every year. Thank you very much. So anyway, this one is a little different. If you'll notice, the last one that I showed you, obviously there's a difference in size here. Oh man, I wish I could show. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna stay. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm trying to get a better angle or a better positioning so that you could see the whole entire book, but sorry guys, I've got some amateur filming skills here at play. So anyway, this is obviously a larger book. I'll just show you the smaller book so you can see in comparison, and I could try to do it horizontally. So this is the size difference of the 7x9 that's on top versus the 8x11. So you can imagine how much more space is on the inside when you open it up. When you open this one up, this has the same like sort of blue and gray theme throughout the entire book, which is cool, right? Like you just came here to do a job and you just want to check that off. But I love the fact that these are colorful. These are probably, I'm assuming, the same checklists that come in the back of the teacher's planner, because those are colorful. And they have the gray lines on the side for whatever you're tracking, or, you know, students, if you're a teacher. So you got the gray lines on the side there, and then each of these lines is colorful. I like this because it's easier to see which day you're in, right? Or like for me, because I'm using it, I showed you I use the dates at the top. It's easier to see which column you're in as opposed to this one where, you know, sometimes I have to like kind of put an envelope or a piece of paper, you know, down to say, that was a weird piece of paper. Okay, so sometimes I'll have to like put, you know, something to the side so I could see like which line I'm on. But this way, with the colorful one, you know, like, oh, okay, it's the, you know, 22nd or whatever, we're using the blue, right? So this is the checklist that I'm using, and this is the day that I'm on. So I really love this, and there's so many sheets in here. I want to say there's more than what comes in here. I'm not entirely sure of that, but it feels like it. They feel like it's a thicker amount, so it feels thicker. So, and I don't think the paper is thicker. I just think there's more sheets. So I went on ahead and got a few of these because I just know I'm going to get use out of them. And if they don't bring them to the site, I needed to experience a full book of checklists at the 8x11 size. So I'm completely happy with this purchase. Like I said, unfortunately, they sold out of these the first time and they sold out of them again. I was so happy to get a couple of these in my cart before they sold out again, but hopefully they'll bring them to the site permanently because these are life-changing, even if you're not a teacher. So got a couple of those. And then the last thing I got was something I don't need, but it was just super sale. Just some more washi. These are some of my favorite washis from Erin Condren. This was the mid-century circles. You got a colorful and a gold. And then this was from a design, oh man, Woven Wonder, maybe? This was like maybe like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It was the design of the year for the planners. And I love this design. You can kind of see the design right here. I'm not going to unroll one of these, but you'll see it in future. You'll see the actual washi tape in action in future videos. Speaking of which, I hope you'll like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you'll like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can see how I use all these fun goodies. But yeah, that was my warehouse sale. I'm not going to be able to fit everything in the frame for this, but I'll just remind you of a couple of things that I got. This is my Erin Condren warehouse sale. I'm super pleased with this purchase. As usual, I'll be looking out for the next warehouse sale, but actually next I think is going to be the 2023 Petite planners that are going to come out next, and so I'll be on the lookout for those so I can get all set for the year that's coming. This year went by so quickly. So anyway, that's what I got for the warehouse sale. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe and comment below and let me know what you got for the warehouse sale, or if you have any questions about the things that I got and want to know how I'm going to use them. Feel free to ask questions in the comments, or you know, even let me know what you got from the warehouse sale, because I'm always curious as to what people stock up on and what people are excited about for the sale. So that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good day, Planner fam.